13, 6, 22.
Five, 7, 2, 1.
There have been a lot of Call of Duties, but there are only a select few that really nailed a specific atmosphere. Call of Duty Black Ops 1 is one of these games. Not only would I say it's one of the coolest Call of Duties, but it's one of the best. There's a reason the Black Ops franchise has gone so far, and it's all due to this game. Its campaign had a gripping and phenomenal story to tell that perfectly rode the line of fiction and real history, featuring real historical figures and events. Its multiplayer captured the essence of Cold War combat with excellent weaponry and theme-appropriate maps, and its zombies took the mode to a whole new level. This game was different. It wasn't another World War II game. It wasn't another Modern Warfare. This was Black Ops in its purest form. The Treyarch studios of the past always nailed one thing: atmosphere. The main menu screen alone has more character and does a better job at telling you what kind of game this is than basically any other game. Not only does it set a tone and atmosphere for the rest of the game instantly, but it's literally a playable area filled with secrets and Easter eggs. It makes you feel like there's effort and passion behind this game. They could have easily had a normal screen with normal text and a background image of some soldier, but they put the extra effort in to present their best right off the bat, and that's really great, because first impressions are really important. As you play the game, no matter which mode, you can tell this is a Cold War era game, but do you know how you can tell? It's because it feels like one. Black Ops shows you through the gameplay that you are in a Cold War, and the extremely well done music adds to everything you do, and it does all of this without putting the words Cold War on the box. Because let's be honest, that would be kinda stupid. This campaign is different from the others in the Call of Duty series. It explores themes of mental trauma, torture, and more importantly,
the numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
It's the Cold War, and Russia is planning something big. You play as Alex Mason, and you wake up in an unknown interrogation room with faceless men interrogating you for information. As you are tortured and tell your captors what they want, this is where the gameplay comes in. This gave Treyarch a unique opportunity for storytelling. We are playing events as Alex Mason perceived them, and as we later learned, he may not be the most reliable person. In this campaign, you come across a lot of real-life leaders and politicians, and this really adds to the feel of the world. It makes you feel like you are participating in real-life events, and in a lot of cases, that's true. There are definitely creative liberties taken in this campaign, but for the most part, a lot of these events actually happen, regardless of how you look at it. As the story progresses throughout many well-done and thought-out missions, we meet all our side characters: Woods, Boneman, Hudson, Weaver, and most importantly, the man himself, Viktor Reznov. We also learn of our villains Kravchenko, Steiner, and Dragovich, and become fixated on killing these men before they can attack the US with Nova 6, a toxic gas that kills anyone who comes in contact with it. But as we play through these missions and kill these men, we are hit with some pretty crazy twists. We learn our protagonist Mason was brainwashed by Kravchenko, Steiner, and Dragovich into thinking he needed to kill the President JFK himself. And here's where it gets wild. Reznov, who we meet in prison, reverse engineered our brainwashing into us thinking that we needed to instead murder Kravchenko, Steiner, and Dragovich as revenge for Dragovich betraying him and his men in the past. But then it gets even wilder. As we escape prison in my favorite Call of Duty campaign mission of all time, Reznov doesn't make it, but we do. So years later, we run into Reznov again, and he joins us on our mission to kill Kravchenko, Steiner, and Dragovich. We kill Kravchenko, losing some men on the way, and then go rogue with Reznov to kill Steiner. And as we watch Reznov put a bullet into Steiner, which the CIA wanted him alive, all is revealed. Turns out the guys interrogating us are Hudson and Weaver, and they reveal that Reznov died in the prison break and he was a figment of our imagination the rest of the campaign, which was foreshadowed in really smart, subtle ways, but this twist was huge and honestly legendary. It's one of those twists that just works so well and you never saw coming. So after all is revealed, we go put an end to Dragovich in one of the best final missions a Call of Duty has ever presented.
All visual on Rusalka. Roger that, Yankee 1. Beginning of...
We destroy his ship, his broadcast station, and end Dragovich in a very satisfying way. This concludes my favorite campaign of all time, and the one that I believe to be the coolest one we've ever gotten. The Black Ops campaign is special in its storytelling, its gameplay, and its aesthetic, giving you a campaign you can easily play again, and again. Each mission feels unique and fun to play. There really doesn't seem to be any filler missions, and the entire thing is a thrill ride from start to finish, with amazing characters, villains, and set pieces that really make you feel like you're part of a covert black operations team. We also probably killed JFK. Black Ops 1 multiplayer is good. It brings nostalgia, memories of the 2010s, and it wasn't my first Call of Duty, but it was one of the first ones I had online access to. It taught me that talking to people online who also shared love for the game you were playing is one of the most special things in gaming. It taught me some people online aren't exactly the nicest, but more importantly, it was all fun. Black Ops 1 definitely has people who hate its multiplayer, but I think that's taking it a bit too far. How are you gonna hate a game that introduced the greatest multiplayer map of all time? How are you gonna hate a multiplayer with a weapon selection as perfect as this one? How are you gonna hate a multiplayer with kill streaks that look, play, and sound like this?
We're close to victory.
It's always hard to convey what it was like to be around for these games, and looking back on them, it is in a lot of ways sad. You wish you could go back, but you know you miss these times and appreciate them so much because they are over. And as sad as this is, you can never truly appreciate something until it's over. Black Ops multiplayer is fun, its aesthetic is consistent with that of the campaign, giving it the awesome Cold War feel, and it has more iconic, straight-up fantastic maps under its belt than there are Nuketown remakes. It has its charm, it has its maps, and it has its guns that are all extremely cool, and it provided a really fun, memorable Call of Duty multiplayer and social experience that I'll remember till the day I die. When you're a kid, the games that you grow up on will always be your favorite, and you might go back someday and play these games, and many times you will find yourself disappointed, because you realize that the lens of nostalgia covering your childhood made things better than they actually were. You will not have this problem with Black Ops 1 Zombies. Black Ops 1 was the game that caused me to fall in love with the Zombies mode. It did nothing but take zombies to new heights and truly evolve the mode into an even more addicting experience. The thrill of going for a new high round record was a rush unmatched. The feeling of pulling a thunder gun or any new wonder weapon out of the box was exhilarating, and the maps. Ooh, the maps. The amount of charm in each of these is unreal. 5 has you play as former presidents in the Pentagon, Kino der Toten, an addicting theater that perfectly sets the stage for anyone who wants to get good at training to reach those high rounds. Ascension, a zombies-riddled cosmodrome with rockets to launch, lunar landers to ride, and cosmonaut monkeys to kill. Call of the Dead, a movie set where our characters are real-life celebrities and the map's boss is zombie George freaking Romero. Shangri-La, an abandoned temple in the jungle with tons of mini-bosses, ways to navigate the map, and some of the best weaponry and equipment ever. And last but not least, Moon. The map that pulled off the bold move of taking us out of this world and introduced features like low gravity, no man's land, and another iconic mini-boss. There's just so much to love here, and if it's not enough, you have 4 more maps included with Moon in the first ever zombies only expansion, bringing us back the 4 classic World at War maps. The amount of character, charm, and fun that's brought to life through the characters and their at times outrageously funny dialogue is what sets this game apart from the others in many ways, in my opinion. Each map is memorable for something and has defining features that set it apart from the others, and each hidden song is an absolute banger. Treyarch really went all out for this zombies experience and evolved it in ways that make the mode what it is today. It took Easter eggs to the next level, it gave players a story to be invested in, and it was one of the coolest zombies modes we have ever received. Black Ops 1 is remembered fondly by most, and while it has people who heavily preferred the Modern Warfare series over it, for me it reaches that level of fun. Its campaign is memorable while also telling a great story. Its multiplayer makes you feel like you are fighting in Cold War combat, and its zombies is in many ways untouchable. It's a fun game, it's a good game, and it is the coolest Call of Duty ever made. Thanks so much for watching this entire video. If you enjoyed the video, tell me why in the comments, and tell me what your favorite Black Ops moment is, whether it be a moment in the campaign or a memory of zombies or multiplayer. But for now, that's gonna be all from me. I've been Multiple Muffins. Peace.